If you lived here, you would know about Eden Center. And if you know about Eden Center, you would know Vietnamese food. And if you know Vietnamese food, you would know about fish sauce, or I would call it dipping sauce, which goes with everything. Vietnamese love our food. And so we will go where there's a good congregation of businesses that does provide that. We as a business has been around for 34 years. But our first location was in Arlington at Columbia Pike. But we have been here for 28 years. At the time, Eden Center was up and coming. So my mom, who has very good business sense, told my dad that, hey, listen, we should really relocate to the center because I think that's where people are going to be in the future. And she made a really good guess. People ask me, what makes Eden Center unique? I would tell them, beside the cultural aspect of it, is that location. It's great is because it's at kind of like intersection of 66, Route 50, and 495. So it's very accessible. When we first came, there were still some American businesses here. We saw that transition to them moving out and kind of like been filled back in by Vietnamese businesses. And for the longest time, it was 100% Vietnamese businesses. And when I talk about Vietnamese businesses, there's no chain. It's just all family-run businesses. Growing up, I helped out. I describe it as like we were kids on a farm. You know, we got up in the morning, helped, made some food, and then went to school, come back in the afternoon, evening, come out, help, and then do our homework. And so it was like that for many years through high school. And then a few years ago, my sister, who has been helping my dad for over 20 years, fell ill. And I saw that we had so many employees, so many families that I just didn't want them to find themselves in a place where they wouldn't have a job. And so I walked away from my career as an electrical engineer to come work here. So we are well known for good Vietnamese food that we make. Made a lot of desserts and our party platters, which Vietnamese are a very tightly knit family. And so birthdays, celebrations, we get a lot of orders for that. I just have to say banh mi is like after pho, which was Vietnamese food's known for. Banh mi is up and coming. A lot of young people love it, and it's cheap. Falls Church is like a little island, but it's kind of, I call it like the gateway to the rest of the suburbs.